Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video of YRM TV. Alrighty guys, another bright and early morning, only this time we woke up with some snow. Now, for those of you who live anywhere where it snows, you know how annoying it can be, especially first thing in the morning, but it is what it is. On the bright side, at least the gym parking lot's all plowed.
Alrighty guys, good morning. It is 4:20. Perfect time. We are just pulling into the gym now. It snowed. I honestly wasn't expecting this much snow, but it did snow. I actually left my house around 4:10, 4:12 just because I was cleaning the snow off my truck. But we're here. Let's get this workout in. I got a good video for you guys. We're starting this pretty big job. It's actually 2 boilers, a water heater, followed by some gas piping. So I just want to show you what the process looks like. Alrighty guys, it is 5:43. We actually got here a little early, banged out our workout. Now I'm heading to the shop. We got to clean out the truck because it snowed. Clean out the truck, load everything up. I'm gonna have my breakfast, wait for Joey to get there, and we'll get started on our day. Stay tuned. Alrighty guys, we are just pulling into the shop, and as you can see, snowplow guy actually came. Whew. Yeah, so we are good to go. This is the truck that we just have to work on cleaning, but my helper Joey will be in no time. Get that situated. Alrighty guys, it is 7:17. I got my helper Joey all loaded up. I'm all changed. I just had my breakfast. I had a bunch of paperwork to do here in the office. It is the beginning of the month. Beginning of the month is usually really busy for me because this is the time of the month when I kind of just organize all my paperwork, bring it down to my bookkeeper, and she digitalizes everything and organizes all my accounts, bank accounts, all that stuff. She also goes and pays all my taxes. So beginning of the month, always busy. We are ready to go. We're locked and loaded. The job is located in Meriden. As I mentioned before, it is 2 boilers, a water heater, and some gas piping. Today is Monday, February 3rd. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier today. Monday, February 3rd. We're beginning of the month, beginning of February. We're excited. Good things to come. We'll see you guys on the job site, I guess. Alrighty guys, we are just pulling into the job. This is it right here. As you can see, snow came down pretty hard last night. Before I go inside, I just wanted to show you this. So we were out here last week and we just so happened to catch a fire that started underneath the deck and it burned down pretty good. We actually put it out ourselves before calling the fire department. So the customer was really happy. I mean, as you can see, this thing's pretty burnt down. There it is. So not only are we gonna get your heat up and running, we're also gonna put your fires out. Alrighty guys, this is it. These are the 2 boilers. This is the first floor oil boiler. As you can tell, it's prehistoric. This is the second floor natural gas boiler. This first floor boiler actually does the hot water and the heat. So we're gonna be adding a boiler and a separate hot water heater for this floor. This one's just getting the boiler replaced.
Okay guys, so now I have actually given the camera over to my helper Joey. He is working on getting the tools down. I have to run out and pick up some diesel, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. Upon arrival on this job, the homeowner actually told me that the first floor tenant, the homeowner lives on the second floor. The first floor tenant ran out of oil, so he wanted to see if I can give him any other options other than ordering a minimum of 100 gallons. So the only other option I could think of is bringing a portable 5-gallon canister, running a flexible line to the burner and getting them going temporarily. Now, in the meantime, I have my helper Joel unloading all the equipment from the delivery truck. The delivery guy very good friend of ours. His name's Alex. Really good friend. He always helps us bring everything down. Brings down 2 boilers, a water heater, and a bunch of material. As you can see here, my helper Joel has to uncrate everything, take everything off the pallet, off the skids, take the cardboard out, and then he makes his way downstairs to the basement. The boilers themselves, they're approximately between 200 and 300 pounds. So between the two of them, they got their hands tied. Now, once all the equipment and materials downstairs in the basement, I had my helper Joey take care of another project. We did the gas piping sometime last week. I can't remember which day, but we actually have to paint the gas pipe so it doesn't corrode. So you'll see that in the next take. The color that we usually use is called Coastal Gray, and it's a pretty shade of gray. It looks pretty professional, and that's usually what the standard is here in the state. By the time Joey gets done with the painting, I actually make my way back. We connect the diesel canister, the portable diesel canister, and we get the oil-fired boiler going.
Alright guys, so like I mentioned before, I had to run out and pick up some diesel for the oil-fired boiler. The oil-fired boiler actually ran out of oil, so I had to kind of Mickey Mouse it to get them going. Unfortunately, that floor that has the oil boiler, they don't have the gas meter, so we're kind of waiting on the gas company to come install the gas meter. So it's going to be a couple days. So just to get them through, so they don't have to get a full oil delivery, which is like 100 gallons. I told them that I would bring them some diesel. Diesel and fuel heating oil is the same thing. So all I did was I got a 5-gallon canister, filled it up, and then I just kind of ran a 3/8 copper oil line to the canister, hooked it up to the pump. Unfortunately, I had some technical difficulties with the camera. Battery died, so I wasn't able to show you. We're actually now back at the shop. We finished up everything that we had to do. I have a bunch of office work that I have to do here, and I have to go back to my house and kind of just get some more work done over there. So we're actually calling it a day. It is about 11:42. My helper Joey already took off. He's got some things to do at home. So we're gonna call it a day. We'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early so we can continue on this job. This job is probably gonna take us a total of maybe 3 to 4 days between the gas piping, the gas inspection. We actually had the gas inspection today. Gas piping, gas inspection, the boiler replacements, the water heater installation, removal of everything. So it's gonna be a video taken over the course of a couple days. So stay tuned, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday, February 4th. This is the second day on that boiler, the 2 boiler job. The job we were on yesterday. We are going back there today. We're gonna be working on replacing the 2nd floor boiler and getting the 1st floor water heater situated. As I mentioned yesterday, we can't do anything with the 1st floor boiler just because we're kind of playing a waiting game with the gas company. I haven't heard back from them, so we're kind of just playing it by ear. But today we'll get working on the 2nd floor boiler and the 1st floor water heater. I am here at the gym, 4:26 in the morning. Let's get this workout in, get started. I will see you guys back at the shop so we can get our day situated and go from there. Alrighty, guys, day number 2. We're headed to the boiler job. 2 boilers, 1 water heater. Joey's all loaded up. He's ready to go. My buddy Joey. I had some paperwork to do here in the office. I have fully dressed, have everything, have my GoPro kit, my coffee, everything's ready to go. We're locked and loaded. Okay, everybody. Hello, pues, Joey. We're fully here. We just pulled up to the job, I should say. And my helper Joey's getting the job started. Hello, Joey. Alrighty, guys. This is our setup right here. Got all our tools. Got the hose to drain the boiler. We're going to be working on this boiler right here, followed by the water heater for the 2nd floor. I'm sorry, 2nd floor boiler, water heater for the 1st floor. Stay tuned, guys.
Alrighty guys, so we commence the job by, like I mentioned before, draining out the boiler. Right here we have the boiler pretty much all drained out. Funny story is we hooked up the hose, we hooked up the pump, and the drain valve down at the bottom was completely plugged up, so we kind of have to take the buckets, as you can see here, cut the pipe, and just slowly drain out the boiler. Alrighty, well now that the boiler is completely drained out, we got the buckets completely filled with water. We actually were dumping them in a sump pump that the homeowner had downstairs. You can see us taking the boiler out. Now this is a gas boiler. This boiler only weighs, I want to say at most 200 pounds, 220. So it wasn't too bad. Unlike the old oil boiler, that one is a little over half a ton. This new one, same thing. It's only about 150, 180 pounds. So between the two of us, it was really not that hard, really not that big of a deal for us to carry it inside. Now you guys can see us here actually leveling out the floor, leveling out the dirt, and then I typically set the units up on concrete blocks. Two reasons. When you mix with anything with water and electricity, it's never the safest thing. Even though it is safe, but it's always a great idea to put some distance between the floor where water may accumulate and anything electronic. In this case, I use 4 by 8 by 16 inch concrete blocks. As you can see here, we leveled everything off, we put it in place, we compacted the floor, and we are ready to start piping and installing the rest of the equipment. Now, I typically always start with the supply and the return, and then I make my way towards the front of the boiler. In this next take, you can see my helper Joel going to town, removing the piping and getting ready to move, I should say, the old oil tank. So he begins by cutting the supply and the vent, and now the oil tank is ready to be removed.
Alrighty guys, so we had made good progress here. We have been making really good progress on the boiler. This is the boiler installation. As you can see, we had to kind of compact the floor to get it leveled. We raised it up on blocks. This is the supply right here. We're almost finished. Well, I mean, I guess the supply is all set. We're just working on the cold water inlet. The return for the boiler is all set. This smoke pipe is temporary. We have to redo the whole thing. The return's all set. I had to fix some leaks up here. We're just running the cold water line that's gonna connect to this. I have my helper Joey over here. He's actually working on patching some concrete up. He went ahead and cut the piping for the oil tank. I already plugged up the holes. We are in good shape.
Now, the next course of action in this take is getting the water feed piped over into the boiler. This is a 1/2 inch copper line. As you can see, I am working on installing an automatic water feeder / backflow preventer. I also added a 1/2 inch press ball valve.
Alrighty guys, it's 5:07 and we are officially done with the second floor boiler. Now the way I finished it was, since we're gonna have to move it, I didn't tie the electrical 100%. So if you guys notice that the wires are dangling, don't mind that. It's just, they're gonna get fixed. It's just I need some space to move the boiler. Here it is. Those are the diesel cans right here. Good morning guys. It is Wednesday, February 5th. It is about 6:22. We just finished up at the gym. Today's going to be a little bit different. I actually have a couple service calls and estimates to do this morning. So what I ended up doing is I ended up giving instructions to Joey, my helper, to go to the shop, pick up the truck. He's actually going to get the trailer because we're going to be working on the same boiler job that we're on. We're going to be removing the oil tank and the old boiler. Well, actually not removing, because the old boiler's already outside, so we're just going to be loading it up. The other thing we have to do is I actually have to get some diesel. I have oil drums of for like miscellaneous use for fuel oil. 55-gallon oil drums. I'm actually going to be bringing 2. One is going to be filled with diesel. The other one we're going to bring downstairs to the basement, and we're actually just going to pump it over so they can have temporary heat. Unfortunately, the gas meter hookup isn't going to be until Tuesday, February 11th. So in order to get them heat and hot water temporarily and avoid getting a full oil delivery, I'm just going to get that diesel for them. So stay tuned, guys. We have a full day. I hope everything goes as planned, and you know, stay tuned. We'll go from there. Alrighty, guys. So we're here at the job. We got both trucks in today. My helper Joey brought the trailer, and these are the oil drums. This is it right here. 55 gallons of diesel. We actually found out it wasn't as heavy as we thought, so we were just able to hand truck it down the stairs. That's the basement door going in. So this is what we're gonna be doing. We're basically just gonna remove this and put the 55-gallon oil drum in its place. So stay tuned. Alrighty, guys, so here you see us hand trucking about 385 pounds of diesel. Alrighty, guys, so unfortunately I didn't get any video of what was done because I was working right in front of the camera and just the way the light's set up. So this is basically what we have. We ran a copper line going into the bottom of the 55-gallon oil drum. Now the burner is actually pumping. The pump, tied it into the pump. Flame there, and this boiler does the heating and the hot water for the first floor. So since I mentioned earlier, the gas company isn't going to be coming out to put the gas meter until next Tuesday the 11th. Right now it is Wednesday, February 5th. So they have about 6 days. So this will definitely get them by for 6 days. Here is the oil tank. We're actually going to be working on removing that, and like I mentioned before, no oil company, no fuel oil company that delivers oil is going to come out for a delivery less than 100 gallons. So it's just in their best interest. It's going to be cheaper for everybody to just do this temporarily. That way they don't screw us up, fill up 100 gallons, then we have to pump it out to get the oil tank removed. So we're going to try to get some video on the oil tank removal. Stay tuned, guys. Alrighty, guys. So here we are. We got the tank lifted up. This is what it looks like. As I mentioned before, the tank was completely empty. This is a 275-gallon tank. So if it was full, if it had any type of oil, it would have been pretty heavy to lift up. My helper Joey is actually working on removing the legs, just so we can get it out in one piece. Alrighty, guys, so we actually hand trucked the oil tank over here. It's the Bilco door. We are ready to pull it out. Okay, so here you see us pulling out the oil tank. Now the oil tank by itself weighs about 300 pounds. Now it is about a 14 gauge metal, and everything's just welded, the seams, everything. So this one is actually pretty old. It was actually thicker gauge metal, so it weighed a little over 300, but since it was empty, it was relatively easy to pull out. Alrighty, guys, so as you can see, we're actually all set. Just finished loading all the material onto the truck. The oil tank's out of the basement, temporary oil's in there, our station's nice and cleaned up. We just have this to take out. The remaining material is going to stay here. and we're going back to the shop to unload and set the scrap metal to the side. Alrighty guys, so we are back at the shop. I wanted to show you guys where we leave our scrap. The tenant, the first floor tenant, asked us if we could take that for him because he was throwing it out, so did him a favor. This is the oil tank. That's the second floor boiler. It's just some miscellaneous trash. And then this is the basket or bin, whatever you guys want to call it, of copper. And all this is for my scrap metal guy. My scrap metal guy comes by tonight. He takes everything, even takes the trash for me. And I mean, you might be thinking, why do you give them all the copper? Because the copper you can resell, and I think they're paying like $3, $2 a pound right now. So I mean, if you get a decent size like one of these, you can make out pretty good. But the reason why I give it to him is because one hand pretty much washes the other. I don't have to pay for a big dumpster, and he takes care of all my bulk trash. So that's it, guys. We are done for today. It's just a waiting game from now on. We're basically waiting for the gas company. We have the appointment set for Tuesday, February 11th. We're waiting for that. Once that's all set, once that's hooked up, we can get started on the second floor boiler and the second floor water heater. Until next time, guys. Thank you.